How to remove the effects of sin. Please visit Kuwait Sensei Muslim
The question says, Bismillah, how to remove the effects of sins. And please visit Kuwait. Jazakallah khairan. We would love to visit Kuwait. And perhaps within that time in the near future we will. Inshallah ta'ala. As I've said many times before, in my days in Medina, walillah alhamd, I had many brothers that I met from Kuwait. They were all very good brothers, walillah alhamd. A few classmates, very great mannered brothers, strong students of knowledge, walillah alhamd. Let alone the brothers that we met from Kuwait and Philadelphia when we first started studying, so on and so forth. Walhamdulillah. I don't know if I ever told you the story about Sheikh Adil from Kuwait. All right, maybe another time, inshallah. Another time. We met him in Upper Darby, in Masjid Medina. Very fine brother, mashallah. I don't know where he is. It was many years ago. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Maybe I'll tell you, huh? Or remind me to tell you, huh? A beautiful story, wallahi. Beautiful story. Tayyib. First and foremost is Tawbah. Tawbah. A sincere Tawbah. And when you mean, alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, by the effects of sins, because there are different effects of sins. A sin can have a mental effect on you, a spiritual effect on you. It could be a physical punishment. It could be a universal punishment, something in uquba, kawniyya. And some effects you can remove and some you can't necessarily remove. Everyone understand this? All wounds heal in time, but all scars don't what? Go away. But scars are lessons for you. They're teachers. They're meant to teach you something and show you something. And they're meant to make you never ever forget. Everyone understand this? Type. And they're also meant to make you appreciate certain things. You appreciate battle wounds, scars, things that you've been through and you survived. So Allah, He decrees certain things for you to reflect, for you to be grateful. That you lost your foot, but it could have been your leg. You understand? You went to jail for 5 years, you could have got life. You understand? You could have died in that state. Waliyadu billah. Wahakaba. At the end of the day, Tawbah, of course, and constant dua, constant amal salih, doing righteous deeds, and reflecting upon what you did in the past, and allowing it to push you forward to do that which is correct. Everyone understand this? The ulama of Islam, they explain the wisdom behind Allah decreeing certain things, and how you should reflect on the qadr, and how regret and remorse is to be balanced out with not focusing on the negative things that you did in the past, and using a positive energy to reflect and to boost yourself forward. Ibn Rajab talks about this. Ibn Qayyim talks about this. Huh? Wallahu alam. Fadal. No questions on takfir and khuruj, huh? Ahmed always has questions on hukam, right? Fadal. Or Ash'aris. Question on working in a life insurance company. It's like working anywhere else. Some things are clearly haram. Some things are clearly permissible. Some things are gray. You could work in a place because it's a necessity. I have to. You may work in a place and you have 10 other options which are just as good, if not better. So if it's a necessity, one thing. If you have other options, solutions, replacements, you should do that. Substitutes. Don't even deal with it. If you work in an insurance company or an institution, what are you doing there? Are you a guard? Are you cleaning the floors? Are you typing? Are you a secretary? Are you this? Are you a manager? Etc. Everyone understand this? And at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, health insurance in 2019 in the United States and other places as well, but we're talking about our country, as if it's a necessity. As if it is a necessity. Because people get hurt, people get sick. Who can afford the hospital bills? How much money does it cost for you to get picked up by an ambulance? How much money? They send you that letter, right? Who can afford that? Who can pay for that? For my daughter to get sick, she has to go to the hospital. My son fell down the steps. My cousin, my nephew broke his leg. Who can afford that? Who can pay for that? It's hardship, beyond hardship. And medical needs, medical necessities, and health is one of the basic goals and aims of the Sharia. It's protecting the nafs. Hifdhun nufus. Everyone understand this? So as if health insurance, I said as if as if it's a necessity in 2019. And if it is a necessity, or as if it's a necessity, then how can we say Muslims can use health insurance, they can buy health insurance, but they can't work, they can't deal with it, they can't have any involvement in it? That's going to be hypocritical, of course, right? The Muslims are going to need their own places to go for the insurance, to deal with less interest, to deal with less haram aspects, less haram elements. And the more we have of our own, the less haram things that we'll be forced to do. The more ownership we have, the more independent we are, the less what? Haram things, and the more halalification we can make. Muslims have barbershops. This is a Muslim laundromat. This is a Muslim funeral place. This is a Muslim car dealership. This is a Muslim butcher. This is a Muslim bookshop. This is a Muslim limousine service. This is a Muslim that. This is a Muslim that. And which is no, you don't have to sign this. And, you know what I'm saying? But if we just keep saying, no, it's haram to work there, but I have health insurance. If I ask you right now, who doesn't have health insurance? How many people watching online have health insurance? But you can't work there, it's haram to work there. So therefore, we'll keep taking the health insurance and continue to rely and depend upon the non-Muslims. It's a problem. So that would be my advice with regards to that issue. And Allah surely knows best. Fadl.
There was a question yesterday. I don't know if you got a chance to answer it about whether it was mentioned that he wanted to marry his sister, but
Clear. That was the first question that we said we would answer, right? Jazakallah khairan for reminding me, but you're late. And what was this question from? Who remembers? Where was it from? Question was regarding a brother marrying a sister who wears tight pants and listens to beats. Tell you, should you marry her? It's a yes and a no answer. First and foremost is, what type of brother are you? Do you wear tight stuff? And do you listen to music? And let's keep it real now. If a brother wears tight clothes, or he doesn't dress like a Muslim how he should, or he listens to music, he does other haram acts, that doesn't mean that he also has to make zina, or be infatuated with women, or be lonely and sad and not have a wife. Two wrongs don't need to make a what? Or two. All right. So for argument's sake, the brothers wears skinny jeans, skinny pants, whatever stuff they wear today, and he listens to whatever he listens to, and he's married. That's better than him what? Not being married. So if she's compatible with you, even in the haram stuff, unfortunately, so be it. And we have to keep it what? Real. No brother wearing no skinny jeans, no tight pants is going to go marry some full-blown niqabi. She's not going to work like that. It's not what? That's not realistic life. It's not realistic, all right? As far as if you're trying to be righteous and you're striving, then of course I wouldn't advise you to marry a sister that listens to music and wears tight pants. Unless she's a new Muslim. Or she just came from some other type of false aqidah and she's making a transition towards the sunnah and righteousness. And you have the necessary knowledge and you have the necessary patience to guide her and to nurture her, then inshallah khair. And she's a good sister. She has to have good character. There's some sisters who wear niqabs and gloves, who pray, who read books, and they have bad character. They have very nasty mouths. They have very bad disposition. Huh? And there's some sisters who are ignorant, or who don't wear no hijab, but they may have what? Good akhlaq. So if there's something that's worthy of your time to be invested in, that's one thing. Also, make sure that the sister is what? She has to be attractive. This is a reality. She has to be someone that that's worthy of your time to invest in. Because trust me, that's going to be a problem later on down the line. You marry a sister, her religion is not like this, her parents are like that, she has a child, and on top of all of that, you're not even pleased with her physically. It's a problem. And trust me, I'm telling you, it will what? It will come up and it will pop up. Or vice versa. A sister marries a brother because of his deen or this or that, and she's really not that hardcore like that. We're not saying that there aren't sisters that are righteous, that only marry a brother for deen. Alhamdulillah, there are. And there's some brothers that only marry a sister for what? For her deen. But we talking about the average person and the people that's not faking it and is keeping it real. It was good in the beginning, but then I found out this, and he really doesn't have this much money later on. And on top of that, he ain't even what? I don't even like the way you look. I don't even like her body. This is a reality. So prevent yourself to suffering by marrying someone that has good character. You're edging her along, inshallah, towards the right path. And on top of all of that, you're what? You're pleased on how she looks. If it's worth that, then inshallah khair. As far as if you don't have the sabr, she doesn't have good character, she doesn't have a good background, even if she's pretty, drop dead gorgeous, don't marry her. And don't think that you're going to convert someone to righteousness overnight. She has to be willing and desiring it, what? Herself. Not just the thing is you're trying to convert her. And many brothers, they make this mistake. Tableeking, huh? Tableeked her. I tableeked that, huh? She's a non-Muslim. I gave her shahada, gave her dawah, we got married, what? Khalas. Then 2 months later, 6 months later, she doesn't what? She still don't want to pray. Huh? She still don't want to wear hijab. Oh, you disobedient, evil sister, a'udhu billah, astaghfirullah. Talaq. That's what brothers do. Right, and sisters as well. So we're just trying to keep it real. We're not trying to be funny, but it's a real life situation. Many sisters, they do this. They know the brother's a drug dealer. They know he works in a bank or an insurance company. They know it. He's a good brother. He's going to change. He promised he would grow his beard. He promised he would put his pants above his ankles. 3 months later, 6 months later, oh, astaghfirullah, he doesn't pray. He doesn't do this. He watches this. He listens to that. I found a gun. I found drugs. You didn't know that from day one? You thought you were going to convert him? You thought he was just going to become righteous when you snapped your finger? Most of the times, this situation doesn't what? Doesn't work. But if there's a chance and a possibility, why not? And most importantly, you have to be compatible for the sister. Everyone is not on the same level of righteousness and piety and understanding. But everyone needs to be married, have a partner. The halal way. Wallahu alam. Khalas? صلى الله وسلم وبارك على عبده ورسوله نبينا وإمامنا محمد جزاكم الله خيرا.